What's going on, everyone? It's Matt, aka Thanatos, and there's no one in this chat yet. So, figured I'd start this early, see if I could get this working right. I've never seen this is like new. This whole YouTube live. It's actually kind of fancy. What's up, JoJo's Comics? How you doing? It's Monday. Let's see if we can't get those boxes in here. JoJo. I feel like am I sub to you, JoJo's? Why can't I click on your stuff right now? It's a trap. Chris Mitchell, what's up, man? This is what I got. Look at that. Doesn't seem like much, but it's pretty awesome. While you're waiting, I'm going to have a little intermission. There's one thing I forgot for this video. So, we're back. Back. What's up, Contender? Do you have any videos on YouTube, JoJo's? I'll have to make sure I take a double look at your... All right. I'll make sure I sub you. I feel like I have. Like, your Magneto thumbnail looks awfully familiar. I guess we can put that right there. Today is a good day, so I'm going with the cameras over here. I'm watching you guys on like my big screen. Accent Oak, my favorite right now. It's delicious. What's up, Regie? How's everyone's Monday going? Five years. Got to rep that Green Lantern, you know what I'm saying? What branch of the service were you in, JoJo? And thank you for your service, regardless of what branch, unless it's the Coast Guard, and then that gets a little iffy. Army, awesome. I'm prior Air Force, so same, right? Well, I'm in AFSOC, so I guess we feel a little bit more Army than the rest of our Air Force brethren. We at least get to wear the OCPs, that multicam, which is kind of nice. They are a lot more comfortable. That's right, one team, one fight. Let's see if... I was going to do this on Alex the Comic Hoarder's channel, but I think he's going running. But he said he would watch. I'm at 199 subscribers, FYI. So I'm hoping tonight I can hit that big 200, and then I can finally do a giveaway. I was supposed to do it at 100, but I procrastinated. So now I'm like, might as well be 200. Ooh, that would have been weird. I almost messaged the wrong person. It is almost. Where are all you guys from? I know Regie, you're in Cali. Chris, I actually don't know where you're from, where you're at. I don't know what time it is for everybody. Hopefully, I figure 7 o'clock. I'm in Mountain Time. Supposed to be like 8 o'clock Central, 9 o'clock Eastern. So, Florida. We're in Florida. That's I just came back from Florida like yesterday. Yeah. Ah, that's right, Houston. Oh, what? I was just in Destin, man. I did my like 7 days of my annual tour down at Herbert Field. So I was stationed there for the last part of my active duty career, and I was a contractor there for a while. So that's awesome. Small world. SoCal, Contender. You and Regie should go hunting together. What up, Marco 808? Maui. I know like a bunch of the YouTube comic community. A lot of Hawaii guys. I grew up on Oahu, so I know that life. I don't sound like I'm from Hawaii anymore because I've spent like the past 10 years on the mainland, but grew up in Mililani. Damn, Regie. Hey, you should make sure you hit up all those Hawaii guys, the Doom and all them. What are you doing in Hawaii, Regie? Just vacay? Welcome, Doomsday Comics. I see your little eyeballs. You won an all-expense-paid trip to Hawaii. Oh, man, that must be nice. Oh, well, then you should hit up Marco, and he can show you whatever comic shops are there on Maui. Yeah, I bet you do. And marketing life. So I don't know what happened to my knife, but I figure big book, big knife, right? So I've got the K-bar, courtesy of the United States Air Force, as my weapon of choice to cut open these boxes. So, you know, knife safety for sure. But yeah, so I had all my mail on hold while I was gone, and I get back, and my mail was supposed to be on hold until Saturday, and I'm seeing all of the notifications, like your item's shipped and it's on hold at the post office. So I go today and I give them my name. What's up, KaptainMyke? I give them my name, my address, and I'm like, all my stuff's on hold, and we're here to pick it up. And the lady takes like 15 minutes before she comes back, and she says she can't find them. And I'm freaking out because that's not okay. And I'm actually still missing one book. One big key issue is not in this pile, so I'm gonna have to go back. But they thought that the lady or the post woman had picked it up and taken it to me. Turns out they were wrong. I drove off only to get a phone call saying that the manager had found it, and so I drove right back and picked up a bunch of these, and then I went and waited by the mailbox at my apartment and just stood there because my Holy Grail came today. It's this big box, I'm assuming. I think I don't really know where to start because I don't really remember what I picked up. I kind of went on a shopping spree. All right, I won't make you guys wait too long. We're about 10 minutes in. It is 7:05 Mountain Time. So the K-bar. Oh, I guess I don't need that for this. Putting that back. What do you guys think it is? Look at this. Look at this. This guy, I'm pretty sure this came out of his personal collection. He said it had been in his safe for like 5 years. And I told him, you know, I'm obviously like, hey, and every single one of my whenever I buy something, I send them a message like, hey, my mail people suck. They like to destroy my packages. Please put it in a box, wrap some cardboard around it, do whatever you have to do. And this guy said he was going to take care of it. And I'm pretty sure that doesn't quite look like it's been taken care of. All right, let's get this started. What the hell is that? Like some speed tape? What is this? Bubblegum? Bubblegum wrapper? That looks like speed tape you put on an airplane. Just some aluminum foil? The hell? I've never seen this isn't duct tape. Look how shiny that is. This looks like this is aluminum foil. This is like straight up metal grade speed tape. Bite on it? Yeah, that's metal. It's metal. Yeah, who knows what was on that piece of tape? Yeah, if only I had a Green Lantern ring. So I have a feeling a lot of these purchases were, so if any of you don't know, I'm currently going through a divorce and I just turned 30. So I think I have like this midlife crisis thing going on. And instead of buying like a motorcycle or a new car, I bought comics. Not a sad video, man. It's a fresh start, 30 years old. Time to pony back up. Alex, you didn't miss anything. This is the first one because this damn tape. Okay, I'm over it. I'm gonna K-bar it. Look at that. It rips apart like aluminum foil. Yeah, I don't know what this is. What kind of tape is that? Oh my God, it is bent. That line is a straight bend. And you guys are going to be, I'm going to be so upset if this. Oh, you want me to turn that light off? Let's see if it'll. Still too bright? Oh no. This is a huge book too. Well, for me. I hate this guy. He is officially dead to me. But no color breaking crease. Still bent. This is a San Diego Comic-Con Comics #2. The first appearance of Hellboy. First full appearance. Not a dime press 4, but dime press 4 I don't think counts because it was just a picture of him on the cover. But this was signed by Mike Mignola and Geoff Darrow. Ta-da-da! Yeah, that's super unfortunate. What a turd. I mean, I got it for a good price, but still hurts. All right, that's one. What's up, Symphonic-Elk? Good to see you. Who's going to be my 200 subscriber? Someone find me a 200 subscriber. Ooh, that. Maybe I should cut away from yourself. I don't exactly know what this is. So we had all those like crazy eBay deals and coupon codes that came out recently. None of these were with a coupon code. This looks like it's a book from CaptainMyke. I mean, minus the packaging, but I know, Alex, you're a big blue tape guy as well. Yeah, I know. You package a lot better than this. But I'm just talking about the tape. Strictly the tape. Oh, look at that, Mike. You got a sub. Oh, that way Batman could never take the ring off of you, Marco? Smart. Good plan. Didn't they have that was in that Robot Chicken episode where dang it. What is this? I don't know what book this is. But they gave a nice little, that's upside down. It says, if you enjoyed our service, please give positive feedback and we'll do so in kind. So if I don't give positive feedback, they don't. Thanks. A little smiley face. Dude, this is weird. It's like they used a bag that's too big, so they just like tape the crap out of it. Everybody go and sub CaptainMyke. If you haven't, CaptainMyke, go ahead and I'll make sure I put your blog in the description. He's got some great tutorials on how to window bag books, some great pressing tutorials. All right. Tape is out of the way. What are you? All right. Any guesses? Oh, there's another bag. Ooh, I forgot I bought this. This is, bam! The Vampirella Virgin J. Scott Campbell cover. 1 in 50 variant, like Vampirella #1. The guy was kind enough to grade it for me, near mint. And he might be right. Oh man, I thought that sticker was on the book. So J. Scott Campbell is confirmed going to be at Denver Comic-Con, so I figured I might as well pick up, I don't know, a book that I'd want him to sign. I know he's got a lot of books, a lot of great books. I figured, why not a Vampirella one? You don't see those very often. Boop. Oh, I can't look at that San Diego Comic-Con comics book. It hurts. All right. We have a CBCS box, guys. CBCS box that they don't use anymore because, you know, they got cheap. Thanks, Beckett. Hey, crazy that CBCS is going to have their little, they're moving to Texas. Those turnaround times. I think this is the one book that, one slab book. Ooh, this I actually bought with, I bought this with eBay bucks. Ooh, that's hard to see. A God Country #1, CGC 9.8 white pages. I read this recently and I really liked it, and I figure might as well pick up the book while it's still cheap. I got this for, I believe, like I think I offered the guy, it was a buy it now for I think 60, and a best offer I offered him 35, and I think I got it for 40. So I don't understand. Yeah, CGC and the CBCS box. This guy is all kinds of wrong, but can't argue with a 9.8 for $40. If you haven't read this yet, go ahead and do it. It's pretty fantastic. It's a good read. All right, 2 boxes left, which means this one is a huge grail for me. Not the Holy Grail, but definitely a modern variant grail. And this box is busted. Give us hints. All right. So there are people that have their favorite artists. A lot of people, I know like JJ For Real is a huge J. Scott Campbell fan. Some people are big Art Germ fans. You are all wrong. No Green Lantern. There's not really any modern variants that are grails to me for Green Lantern. Well, I guess there's the Lobo book by, I believe, Ivan Rice. There's Ethan Van Sciver's Green Lantern #9, the Batman cover. Anyway, back to this before I see what's up. Art Germ, big Art Germ fan, but my favorite artist, despite his crazy wife, she's not crazy. She's just, I don't know. We all have our opinions. I'm a big Adam Hughes fan, and obviously Zatanna, the Zatanna number 16 and 15 are huge books for me. But as far as Adam Hughes grails are concerned, there's only a few, so that's a pretty big hint. Adam Hughes grail. Ah, Contender. That's an interesting choice. This book, so actually I was talking to Regie at the time when this best offer was accepted, and I didn't know how to feel because I was not expecting the best offer to be accepted at all. Catwoman 51, another good one. Not the grail that I would want, though. I do like Adam Hughes' Catwoman that has Zatanna on it. So that's pretty cheap. You think it's Zatanna 15? Mike, if you watch my videos, you would know that I already got a near mint version of it. What's up, Rogue? Niobe? Dang, this guy's a big eBay tape fan. What is this? Every single corner? I can't lie. I'm happy. He did a great job packaging. That was some pretty intense action there. See, this is where my little knife would come in handy. I usually have a couple, but they must be in my truck. I was honestly sitting while I was waiting for the mail lady to come. I was sitting there thinking, maybe I should just start a live video now and open these boxes. So I think I took my knife with me to do that, but then I talked to Alex and we decided otherwise. Alex, did you go for your run? Very gentle. I don't want you guys to look at me while I do this. You're running as we speak? Ooh, Teen Titans 75. That's a good one. I almost 8-minute mile pace. Nice. I actually almost bought a Wonder Woman 600. There was one for auction last week, and I think it was a 9.6, and it ended at like $140. And I didn't know how I felt about it. Okay, so I honestly thought this was in like perfect condition until I did. Darth, don't make me fucking cut you. Sorry, excuse my language. Don't worry about me and my Rambo knife. Hey, it's good to see you, Darth. I'm glad you're here. I thought this was near mint, and based on the price, people would probably think that it's near mint, but I still paid a lot less. One of these actually today, an auction. Oh my God, it's so pretty. An auction ended today for $511 for this. Not near mint. There is some sadness to it, but I don't care. It doesn't really affect the way that this book presents, and I still think it would get above a 9.0. You're right, Contender. It is a Supergirl and the Legion of Superheroes 23, the Adam Hughes variant. Upon further inspection, so it made it hard because there's all these like little, I don't know, asteroid things going on. So I didn't notice it at the time, but if you see right by the names, it looks kind of like the staple rubbed against it from the inside or something, and it's got two little nicks, which are super unfortunate. Don't worry about me and my little Asian eyes. But yeah, this is definitely, I think Alex is the one who definitely cemented the fact that this is what I would consider a modern Grail, variant Grail. I would rather have this than any Delato, any Matina cover. I'll trade you for your 9.4, Alex. You can have this raw one. But it was a buy it now for $750, and I was at the airport, and I'm like, sure, why not? Dropped an offer for $400, thinking that no way, because I've done that before. There's a couple of these with buy it now or best offers for $750, and the most anyone's ever come back at was $625. So when I submitted this and he didn't counter, he just straight accepted it a day later. I couldn't have been more excited. Look at it. Look at that. Oh, wrong way. I'm sorry. That's inappropriate. Anyway, it's a really big bag and board. You're going to go in Mylar. All right, the big one. The big one. I don't think you guys are ready for this. And I'm just going to make you wait because this is a moment that I need in my life. Mike, I am drinking some Accent Oak whiskey. If you'd ever like me to send you a bottle, some bourbon. It is local to Colorado Springs, and it is delicious. Harley Quinn #1. They had a Spider-Gwen #1 buy it now for $190 yesterday or the other day, and I put an offer in for $150, and I got a notification yesterday morning or this morning that it had sold for $165, and I was disappointed. Yeah, why'd you move out? Springs is beautiful, man. Everybody should come here. You should all come here. And we should all go to Denver Comic-Con together. There's some people in here that know what this is. And I'm really happy it's in this huge box because I've never spent so much on a comic book before. In my midlife crisis this past week, I bought 2 huge grails. One should be coming later this week. So I have been watching this book for years, watching it get more and more expensive. This is an upgrade for me, and I pulled the trigger at $3,500 for the comic that is in this Diamond Comic Distributors box. So a cheap motorcycle. No guessing. It's not a Showcase 22 or Green Lantern or... I don't know. You might be right. So I feel like I just need to pull it out before I tell you guys. Like I need to know. I need to know. I need to see it. I need to touch it. So the other option, Contender, was there's an 8.5 Green Lantern #7 on eBay right now. And I really thought about upgrading that because obviously Sinestro is my favorite comic book character. But long term, I think this book is going to obviously go up more. And once he's in a movie, again, it won't. There's no going back. Green Lantern 87 is another big one. If you guys don't have a high grade copy of that, I imagine John Stewart, if he is in the next movie, is going up. Oh man, I was telling Alex, I went to the gym with all of these boxes in my truck, and I'm sitting there thinking like, this book is right next to me. Whoa. It's here. And it's beautiful. And I'm going to take it out of this really crappy bag because it's awful and it deserves the best. I agree, Alex. I think right now this is at the lowest it's going to be. And this book, a year ago, when I was originally looking for this book, probably would have cost me about $500 less, and it's just steadily gone up. And there's a sold listing on Heritage Auctions that kind of screwed up the GPA, but with all the added fees that they do, it came out to about the same price as what I paid. So this is a grade upgrade and a page quality upgrade. And this is my very new Showcase #22 Green Lantern in a 4.0 with off-white pages. So most of you probably know Silver Age DC had really struggles. If you look on eBay or anywhere, you'll see the majority of this book will all be cream to off-white pages. And then a lot of times there's writing on it. There's one on IG right now, same grade, same page quality for more than what I paid. But it also has like a little blurb right here. And it was really tempting, but I'm slowly going to try to keep upgrading this. But if I could imagine the grade that I wanted in the page quality that I wanted, it would be a 4.0 with off-white pages. And a part of me that's going to Denver Comic-Con wants to take this, bust it open, and have Joe Giella sign it. Ooh, Contender, I will show you. Because Alex knows the dream has been to hold both of these at the same time. Look, I'm a fan of painter's tape. Oh, look at that glare. How do I get rid of the glare? So I upgraded from a 3.0. This box right here, Lego, that is, it's not quite an ammo box, but it kind of is. I actually have all my rare books in there. I have 2 of them. What? So I upgraded from this book I got on Reddit, which if you've seen my video when I first got it, got it raw on Reddit for a good price, but I was terrified because I was deployed, and I didn't know if it was going to come back jacked up, but I knew that it presented beautifully. So we kind of all guessed that it would get a 3.0 to maybe like a 3.5, but came back a 3.0 with cream to off-white pages, but it presents wonderfully. It actually has better greens, and the cover is actually nicer than the 4.0. Like as far as nicks and like little scratches and stuff. The only thing that held this back was the spine. The spine was kind of chewed up. I couldn't get it pressed because the spine was pretty brittle. But it is the nicest presenting 3.0 I've seen. It's got like a little bit of the tanning on the edges, but it doesn't take away from how wonderful this book presents. So, bloop, bloop. 3.0 will not be the 200 sub giveaway. If I even have 200 subs by the end of this video. But look at that. So what do you guys, I'm Doomsday, I'm a contractor at Schriever. And yes, my wife, soon to be ex-wife, did sub it for me. I was deployed to Afghanistan, and I was on FaceTime with her, walking her through each page, checking each page, looking for color touch and such, and making sure all the pages were there. And I had her slide it into a Mylar, and I told her how to package it up using KaptainMyke's tutorial. I actually had her have that web page up, and she sent it to CBCS, and I got it back the day I got back from Afghanistan. But look at that, 2 of them. There's a lot of money sitting in this room. I'm kind of blown away by myself. The back is a little stained. You see some like little chips right there. The guy doesn't know if it was pressed or not. It doesn't have any wrinkles or anything. I don't know if a press would actually help this or not. The spine's a lot better than my other book. And the color's pretty close. But the greens on the 3.0 are a lot more vibrant. Grader notes on the 4.0. The 4.0, it had a lot of like staining, like water staining, which you can kind of see. The back cover is actually a little faded from like water-ish kind of damage. Dang, that's rough. Little stain right there. But yeah, so I've been thinking, and obviously I would like anyone's opinion, if I should crack this. So the risk is I crack this, I get it signed by Joe Giello, and I kind of don't want to jack up. I mean, I obviously just talked about how I don't want anything on the front cover. Can you still get a yellow label if it's signed on like the front cover, like they used to in the back, or not the front cover, the inside splash page? Can it still get a yellow label? And okay, thank you guys. Yes, yes, yes. So that would be an option. However, then I run the risk of losing the off-white pages and the potential 4.0. Is the juice worth the squeeze, as they say in Girl Next Door? Symphonic says don't crack it. KaptainMyke says why not. Lego says sign the 3.0. And that's the thing. Like I have a Showcase 23, a 24. I have that Green Lantern number 7 at a 7.0, and the 23 and 24 are pressed but not graded. So I think I might just have the 23, 24, and maybe that 7 graded, because I would like the 7 to match with the CGC case. Don't Crack the 3.0. I was thinking about doing that tonight. I was going to read it, put my filthy hands all over it, rub my face on it. But there you go, guys. That is the big reveal. So since I don't have a time limit on it, holy crap, I'm at 40 minutes. Jeez. Thank you guys for sitting here with me, and Alex for running. The 3.0 is not for sale. Sorry, Contender. It is on hold for not other purposes. There's someone in the mix for the 3.0 already, and I appreciate you asking, but I'm going to try to keep this book in the YouTube community. So there's that. Yeah. If you do want a Showcase 22 right now, Alex the Comic Hoarder has a 1.0, beautifully presenting 1.0 for sale on his Instagram account right now, or I'm sure you could just message him. Let's see. So my 200 subscriber, if I get it tonight, anyone need a Jim 83? Contender's got one. Something about that book, they did such, like, you always have the first appearances of people, and you wonder, like I always come back to Hawkman #4. Like, I get it's a Hawkman book, but come on, why isn't Zatanna on the cover? At least a little bit. But Jim 83 has a beautiful, he's right there. And then Showcase 22, in my opinion, one of the best first appearance covers. Showcase 4 was wonderful. Tales of Suspense 39. Oh, Brandon's my knife. Bro, this is just a straight military issue K-bar. K-bar. Kabar. And I'm out of whiskey. Well, not quite. 200 subscriber. I need to stay focused. I will probably have that video out this week because I'm so close. Why not? But the books I've been considering. I'll be right back. I need to find them. Maybe. So you guys get a sneak peek. That way people, if you watch till the end, these are the books that I might be, that I will be giving away for a 200 subscriber giveaway. Those are just randoms. Okay. So we'll kind of start off from, so these are just 4 books. I haven't really decided. What's up, Silver Age Dave? Welcome to the show. You missed it all, but here, I'll give you a brief rundown. God Country #1. A bent San Diego Comic-Con Comics #2, thanks to terrible shipping. It's so depressing. Signed by Mike Mignola and Geoff Darrow. Vampirilla #1 from, I think, 2012. J. Scott Campbell, 1 in 50 variant. Best boobs in the biz. Supergirl and the Legion of Superheroes #23, the fantastical Adam Hughes variant. I think it's just a 1 in 10, but It's beautiful, and I love it. And then you ready for this, Silver Age Dave? Since you wouldn't sell me yours, I wouldn't expect you to ever, and I haven't actually asked, but I got myself a 4.0 Showcase Presents number 22 Green Lantern 4.0 off-white pages. That's right, Darth Lego. You should be jealous. You should be very, very jealous. All right, so for my 200 subscriber giveaway contest, it's not quite a giveaway. These are the 4 books that I have been considering, starting with the smallest. You guys know I'm not a big Marvel fan, so I'm not exactly sure why I picked up a Totally Awesome Hulk number 22, but it's a perfect opportunity to give that away. I have a Batgirl number 12 art germ variant, probably my favorite art germ cover. And then I've got a lot of these, and this one is definitely near mint. Maybe not, it's not a 9.8. It's not the one that I'm going to send to CGC, but you guys get a little Green Lantern action. Green Lantern number 1, the 1 in 200 sketch cover by Ivan Rice. My favorite Sinestro cover. And then the big one is going to be a copy of Next Men number 21, the first full color appearance of Hellboy. So that'll be my 200 subscriber giveaway. I'm not exactly sure. I probably won't do all, like the winner gets all 4 of these. Maybe like top 2. Yeah, who would have guessed Green Lantern on a Thanatos video? It wouldn't be right with that one. Alex, I'm gonna have to do an updated Green Lantern video at some point because the collection is still expanding. So that'll be the 200 stuff. I'll have to make a video of that later this week. And again, all of you guys, I appreciate you watching. Almost 50 minutes, by far the longest video ever that I've ever made. So I appreciate you guys sitting here with me and hanging out. I'm open for questions. I've got nothing to do, so if you guys want to keep hanging out, feel free. We can talk. If you guys have any questions or want to discuss the new, I don't know, Avengers. Speaking of Avengers, well, Silver Age Dave, hang out, man. What am I chasing now? So on my 2018 want list, the last 2 books are a House of Secrets 92, which why is it so expensive? I mean, I get it. It's a beautiful cover, but I don't know. I can't imagine them putting Swamp Thing in a live action movie. Like, we all know how that went before. It wasn't exactly, it's kind of weird. It's like watching Godzilla or the Power Rangers in live action. It's just, I mean, never mind. That seems stupid. They did Killer Croc and stuff. They could probably do Swamp Thing. House of Secrets 92. And a Shazam number 1, which I kind of just threw on my 2018 want list because it's still kind of cheap and it seems attainable. But really, my big goal right now, because I have most of the books that I want in my collection, the book later this week is another Holy Grail. So like, I'm chasing Green Lantern from Showcase 22 through the end of Volume 2, which is like 200 and something books. So I'm going to break that up. Obviously, like 1 through 25 will probably be the first part, and then slowly move my way up. I really want Netflix to do a Blade. That's my goal. Like, if Netflix produces a new Blade TV show, I would be so pumped. So yeah, those books are very attainable. I agree, Alex. What's up, Doc? Is that how you say that? Dake? Daniel, Dan. My 100th subscriber is in the house, if you don't know. He is Dr. Comic Keys on Instagram. Go check him out. He's got a raffle right now for a Green Lantern number 7 if you want a first Sinestro at a 4.5? 4.5 grade? And I don't think he has very many spots left, but just throwing that out there if anybody wants to check him out. I don't know if you saw Dr. Comic Keys. These are the 200 subscriber giveaways, contest winnings, which you are entered into automatically without having to do anything because you were my 100 subscriber. Yay! Seriously, 50 minutes and not one extra subscriber. It's okay. I love you guys anyway. Yeah, some Hellboy action. What are you guys chasing? Silver Age Dave, you have the most ridiculous collection I've ever seen. Is that original art nearby? Oh yeah, I guess I do have it just sitting back here. I can't wait to move into my new apartment. I think I already showed this again on Alex's channel, but this is the Doug Mankey. I still don't know how to say that guy's name. He's jacked. The dude is jacked. I don't know if you that makes sense, Alex. Showcase 4. So Doug, Mr. Doug, is actually my favorite Sinestro artist, and you can see a lot of his work in like the New 52. Lois Lane number 1. Interesting. Oh man, Hulk 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 4, 5, 6. That's going to be pricey. What is Lois Lane number 1? I mean, like, I know I'm a DC guy, but what is the, I don't know. Someone tell me what's the importance of Lois Lane number 1? And then here's the Ethan Van Sciver one, Silver Age Dave. Little smaller, not as important, but look at him in all of his little glory. And then this is just the other page of it. You can see my screensaver in the background. Oh, you gotta give us some hints, Silver Age Dave. You gotta tell us, just give us a hint at what's in this collection. I need to know. Even if it's not the whole beans, give us one bean. Wolverine 66 Turner variant. I don't think I've seen that one, Chris. You're going to have to show me that when you get it. Thanks. Thanks, Silver Age Dave. I don't know what got me into like the comic book art stuff, but I mean, they're all one of one, so I had to pick up a few. Trading your AF-15 for a Showcase 4. Man, I get it. They're both so iconic, but being a DC fan, like the Showcase 4 to me would be more valuable and more sentimental. Eddie Barrow's original art on eBay. Okay, I'll check that out. I think I would take the Showcase 4 though, and I don't see people kill them. People lose their minds over AF-15. I can't imagine that someone wouldn't trade you a low-grade Showcase 4, or at least like a partial trade. Chris, you take that back. I'm going to ban you forever. I don't actually know if I can ban people, but you know, if I could, that's some blasphemy right there. We all know that Green Lantern would wreck Spider-Man. All of him. Every iteration of him. What? Silver Age Dave. I am currently looking for Volume 2 Green Lantern stuff. So, you know, just throwing that out there. I think we should keep these books in the family. You know, in the family. That's us, the YouTube comic community. What the hell did I do with my glass? Look at that. All these guys got it right. Showcase 4 all day. I just watched, dang, I don't remember what channel it was, but they were debating between Darkseid versus Thanos. And I was surprised that more people were mostly everybody was Team Darkseid, which I mean, the argument for Darkseid was fantastic. That would be so fantastic, Darth. A Green Lantern versus Deadpool movie, Ryan Reynolds playing both. Does he get the CG costume or does he get his like a regular green, I don't know, like Superman type costume? Yes, by the family. I mean the folks in this chat. You are my family. My comic book family. Yeah. Dave, you were supposed to take me on your adventures to buy comics. I was supposed to be your muscle. Actually, Regie should be your muscle. He's way bigger than me. I just have a lot of guns and, you know, K-bars. But if intimidation is a factor, then Regie wins, hands down. If you guys haven't seen Silver Age Dave's video of his crack house purchase, go check it out. So I'm in Hawaii. Crack is a big deal, and I remember when I was younger, there was a story of this guy who had like holding his kid and his wife hostage, and they shot him in the head from a distance, and he just wasn't like nothing happened. Like he didn't just get shot with a sniper rifle from a distance. Mind blowing. Yeah, crackheads are on a whole nother level. However, the folks in Florida could certainly argue that. I think the bath salts thing is pretty intense, where, you know, people are eating each other's faces. That's crazy. They had that kid who was like walking home from a restaurant, pissed off at his parents, and he just like went to some old family's garage and ate them. Like, ridiculous. Lesson, YouTube family. Don't do drugs unless it's weed, because, you know, weed's legal here, so that's cool. Was it Flocka? I feel like they tested him for a bunch of stuff and it all came back negative. So in my mind, he was just like the first zombie. A year or two. Wow, that's some patience, Silver Age Dave. That is impressive. I don't actually know how to say your name. Cine Crisis, Kind Crisis, Cine Crisis. You're in Florida too, right? You were right in the Panhandle. Also a Green Lantern fan, I believe. Was it a Green Lantern fan? You were a fan of something. But I come back in May. Oh, South Florida. Not even close. Then I'm thinking about someone totally different. Still Florida. I was close. I count. 1 hour. We're just going to keep going, man. I got nothing to do. I mean, less people are watching, but, you know, the people that matter are here. Everybody matters. And I'm drinking whiskey and it feels like I'm not alone, so that's cool. You gonna share the love, Silver Age Dave? Because, you know, that's a lot of comics. Then again, your collecting is a lot more expensive than probably a lot of people. I can't, like, your man cave is impressive. Very impressive. Do you see I don't know if you're talking about me, Dr. Comic Keys, but, you know, thanks. Radio silence. You know, I actually haven't shown Dave, did you see? Hold on. You're back. Come back. Hold on. I gotta pull this box out. Bought this box and it's already broken. Maybe I'm just not good at carrying boxes and such. Oh, I know I don't have it because it's off getting pressed right now. I'll just show you later. Dave, you inspired me. Oh, speaking of Adam Hughes, that's that Catwoman 58, not the Catwoman 51 that I really like of Adam Hughes. Well, since chances are you've seen it if you've seen my Instagram. So Rage Dave's the one who mentioned it first, or at least brought it up, and I added it as a searched item on eBay. It was Rifleman number 10, the great wood cover, which just got pressed and it looks beautiful. So I'm excited to send that one off to CGC. Dave, Silver Age Dave, you have a mixture of these amazing keys that are graded. You have a bunch that are graded and you have a bunch that are not. What do you just buy graded comics? You don't sub them, or do you? I don't know. I feel like you got a good mixture. What makes you decide which one gets what treatment? Dum dum dum. Never been a seller, which I can tell. I think everyone that sees your YouTube channel, I'll probably go through and everyone in here, except for you, Darth. I don't know if you have a YouTube channel or not. I mean, you have a YouTube, but I'll make sure I post all your guys's. I'm sure if whoever subscribed to me is probably subscribed to you. But anyone who's seen your channel, Silver Age Dave, probably knows that you have probably never sold a comic in years. You prefer raw. Interesting. I don't know why. I feel like the appeal of a graded comic, it sucks because you can't read them. You can't. I don't know. But they just display better. I mean, maybe it's because I've gotten away from reading comics. Except Regie will tell you that I read Thanos Quest for the first time on my flight yesterday, thanks to his recommendation. But I'm pretty clumsy. I've dropped quite a few comics, so I think that maybe this is just the safer route for me. You're a vampire, or you're just trying to hide from the government. I'm surprised you still have Facebook, Darth. So pretty. Just want to sleep with it at night. Yeah, all these books that I bought these past 2 weeks, I'm definitely going to have to sell some books because there's no buyer's remorse, but I definitely have to make up some funds. That way I can buy a House of Secrets 92, you know what I'm saying? Oh, Dr. Comic Keys, you didn't see me show this off? I guess you'd have to rewatch everything. This is the big upgrade. Now I just need a 1, 2, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. you know, just take me my entire life and the lottery winning. Today was pretty big. I'm really happy. I'm actually probably gonna, since it's probably pretty late for some of you guys. Supergirl. Those black Men in Black Stargate agents. Jeez. They're everywhere. And you'll never see them come. You don't know that you've been followed by them because you wouldn't see them. You guys think this would still get a... With that little... I wish this camera was a little better. Those two little spots right there. Ooh, wrong way. Think that'll get a 9.0 or more? Sorry about the glare. I don't know how to... Maybe if I... Display settings? Oh, what am I doing? I don't need to go to display settings. My degree is in IT, by the way, guys. I just had to... Wow, that's a lot better there, huh? This camera's not very good, though. Night, Dr. Comic Keys. I took like 5 attempts at that thumbnail, Still Rage Dave. But I thought it was pretty hilarious. I'm really hoping that I can pull this out and maybe like scratch it and it's not actually jacked up. Oh no, you can't really see it, but it's like the same thing down here at the bottom staple. I wonder if he pressed this and like, is Mike still here? What's up, the boy who had 7 Tox comic books? Hey, I just saw your message on IG. I'll definitely have to add you and make sure I sub to you. I feel like I've seen your thumbnail before, so regardless, definitely a favorite of mine. I was thinking that I was going to get a bunch of books back from pressing today, which included a bunch of other Adam Hughes books. But this is definitely a modern variant Grail for me, which I didn't think was ever going to happen. Someone, dang it, who was it that posted a video a few weeks ago where they went on a trip with their dad, and they show the video of them pulling this out at a Second and Charles for $1.95. And I was incredibly jealous. And I can only imagine that I would be shaking so hard if I saw this. I wouldn't even want to go to the counter. I'd be so afraid that whoever is checking me out would know what it is and try to, I don't know, snag it. CB7. I like that. That's a good nickname, because, you know, the boy who had 7 Tox comic books is pretty lengthy. I think when I first started my channel, it was Green Lantern 808, and same as my Instagram was Green Lantern 808, and then there was another guy on Instagram who was also Green Lantern 808. So I don't know why I changed it to Thanos Comics. I'm a big Piers Anthony fan, or I was. He's kind of a weirdo. His books got a little creepy towards the end of his writing career, as far as like underage girls and such. But my first book that I ever really got into, that got me into reading, I'm a huge reader, was Piers Anthony's The Incarnations of Immortality series. And On a Pale Horse is book number 1, and it is a story of a guy named Zane who shoots death and becomes the personification of death. and he was called Thanatos, which is, you know, the Greek god of death. So that kind of stuck with me, and I've always enjoyed that name. Don't give me that face, Darth. I feel like we should do these more often. Granted, I'm at an hour and 10 minutes, but Darth, you know, I feel like we should. But never mind. You don't want anyone to see you because you're a ghost or a skull. Uplifting. Well, okay, so the guy kills death, becomes death, but it was all for a reason. He was death with compassion. So throughout the entire story, he is, I don't know, a compassionate death, like a death that falls in love. It's very like Meet Joe Blackish, where you see death from another perspective other than just like going around collecting souls. And Piers Anthony did a great job in his career, intertwining science fiction and like fantasy, like magic systems with fantasy, or magic systems with science fiction. So like he had gemstones that would do magical things for him, but he also had really cool science stuff that would help him throughout his time as death. So like as long as he was wearing his cloak and all of his death garb, he was pretty much invulnerable. So that was kind of cool. And then the whole thing ends up becoming like him versus the devil, like Satan. And I don't know, it was pretty cool. Yeah, mythology fan. I'm a huge fantasy buff. I'm a big fantasy guy. I've read probably more fantasy series than any other books. Haven't been reading too much as of late, but if you haven't read, if you're a big fantasy guy at all, Brandon Sanderson's Stormlight Archive is fantastic, and it's probably, in my opinion, going to be the Lord of the Rings of our generation. Maybe not. Okay, that's a huge jump, but it's definitely going to be one of the better fantasy series moving forward. Don't mind if I do. I feel like I should be showing you guys books, but I feel like I've shown everything in here already. Oh, yeah, this is a box of books that most of you have already seen everything. Oh yeah, the CB7, the big grail, was this girl right here. I upgraded my 3.0 Showcase 22 cream to off-white pages. This one I subbed myself. I got it raw, and came back at 3.0 cream to off-white pages. And today I got this in the mail. It is a Showcase 22, obviously, 4.0 with off-white pages. Blam! And it is beautiful. I am pretty, it's crazy. Like, I mean, obviously grading. Hey, thanks for sticking with it, Silver Age Dave. I appreciate you stopping by. East Coast, that's way past, that would be way past my bedtime. I can't even lie about that. Yeah, CB7. That's definitely, you should change your name, The Boy Who Had 7 Talks Comic Books, to CB7 Comic Books. I like that. But it's crazy. Like, my 3.0 presents beautifully. The cover is fantastic, and grading is all opinionated, so I understand. But I feel like if I sub this again, it would come like maybe with CGC or PGX. You know, We Love Comics has his little PGX deal. then it would get a better grade. Good night, Silver Age Dave. 1 hour and 15 minutes. Man, this was the whiskey talking. But I mean, this book has a much better spine. Maybe it could get oppressed. There's actually a little, you're definitely not going to be able to see it. Up here in the corner, there's a non-color breaking crease that goes from like right here up. Right by the, it pretty much just covers the comic book code authority. But maybe a clean, press and clean would help this. But yeah, that's the big reveal. That was the big, besides that, and the superhero, the Legion of Superheroes, the Supergirl. Definitely a good day for me. Unfortunately, this book came back jacked up. You can tell it was bent. Do you think I should see if the seller will refund me any money on this? Considering, you know, the damage. It's not color breaking. I'll have to press it. But it's still something I didn't want to have to get done. This is going to be Darth. I'm going to sub this to CBCS. I still have a membership with them, and I want to get this verified. CB7 Comics. Unfortunately, the 3.0 is already spoken for, but it will be staying in the community. So I didn't just throw it up on eBay or anything. I'm selling it within the group. So I assume you'll see it in another video here pretty soon. What are you looking at? What are you talking about? I don't know what you're talking about, Darth. You have to speak up. Zoom in. The bend is right there. You'll see it soon enough. If you're looking for a Showcase 22 right now for a good price, Alex the Comic Hoarder has a 1.0 on sale on his Instagram for a pretty good price if you're just trying to look to join the club. This is San Diego Comic-Con Comics #2, Darth. Jeez, it's like you're not a comic book collector or something. This is the first full appearance of Hellboy. You just wanted me to say that because you're going to say, who's Hellboy? I've never heard of her, haven't you? Aren't you going to do that? Or Chris is. One of you. One of you is going to do it. Go ahead. I dare you. Ah, there it is. Never heard of her. Ooh, so now I have two of these. This one's definitely, it was the nicer copy all the way until it got wrecked. Does anybody collect Sideshow collectibles? Sideshow collectibles. So newly divorced, right? And I'm looking at this Sideshow collectible of Sinestro, Green Lantern Sinestro on eBay. It's $350. It sold originally for $424, limited to $350. And I'm sitting there like super tempted to buy it because it's amazing. It's like 25 inches tall, but being the newly divorced type, I'm thinking like, if I ever invite a girl to my apartment and she sees these cases, because I fully intend on having like my nicer books displayed with like little figures and such. But if she sees a 25-inch Sinestro, that girl, whoever she may be, unless she is a comic book collector maybe or statue collector, is going to just turn around and walk out because I'm going to look like the 40-year-old virgin. And so it immediately made me take my finger off the clicker, and I reconsidered my life. Comic books are not going away, but I don't think sideshow collectibles are in it for me. They are coming out with the DC Collectibles Green Lantern power battery, which is going to be $200, and it's the one where like you put the ring on and you touch it and it like lights up. That is tempting, and I don't feel like that is as nerdy as a statue of a comic book character, like a 2 foot tall. You're right, Chris. That is true. I do need to find a girl who at least enjoys the same hobbies as me. That's one thing that my wife and I never really got along with. She was very opposed to comic book collecting, so I always felt like I always felt guilty buying books. She made me feel like I was taking food off the table or something. But they're comic books, and it's a hobby. I feel like that's something everybody should have, and it's better than cocaine or crack or bath salts or anything. But someone who just like feigns interest and like gives me a thumbs up when I like get super excited about buying a new comic. Who's my favorite Lantern? Okay, so that's kind of a Earth Green Lanterns. I still have to give it to Hal Jordan. Growing up in like the Geoff Johns run time frame, like I didn't start really collecting until Geoff Johns' Rebirth came out in 2004, 2005. I was in high school at the time, and that really stuck with me. And obviously, Hal Jordan was the big part of that. So, Earth Green Lanterns, it's Hal Jordan by far. But total Green Lanterns, I love the dynamic between Hal Jordan and Sinestro, and Sinestro is my favorite Lantern. If we're just talking about lanterns in general, whether he's a green, whether he's a yellow or Sinestro Corps member, whether he's a white Lantern, he is the best by far. No matter what ring you put on him, he'll wreck everybody with it. Which is why before I got this Showcase 22 in the 4.0, I highly considered, instead of buying this, there's a CGC 8.5 on eBay right now of a Green Lantern number 7. And I figured, like, if I get a 4.0 of this, I'm still going to have just a Joe Schmo low grade Showcase 22. But if I got that 8.5 Sinestro Green Lantern number 7, I'm going to have a top 25 book where, like, it is one of the top 25 in the world all the time. But I couldn't help myself. I had to pull the trigger on this before it goes up in price. And I currently have a CBCS 7.0 of Green Lantern 7, so I don't feel too bad about the decision. Kyle Rayner, I know a lot of people that grew up as Kyle Rayner fans. After Hal Jordan went crazy and killed everybody, Kyle Rayner fans, went through the roof. I'm a big John Stewart fan, and I really hope that in the Green Lantern Corps movie coming out, that they do like a Lethal Weapon in space with Hal Jordan and John Stewart, and then like as they progress and maybe in sequels, that they'll start introducing like Guy Gardner and Kyle Rayner. I just hope they don't screw it up, because spent a lot of money on that book. I'd like it to keep going up in value so I can give it to my kids one day, just so they can sell it for drugs or something. Gardner, Marco Gardner is your favorite Green Lantern? And you don't hear that very often. I do love, like, even right now in Hal Jordan, the Green Lantern Corps, him and Arkillo having their little dynamic is very reminiscent of Hal Jordan and Sinestro having theirs. So I like the Hal Jordan run right now. I'm not a big fan of the Green Lantern run that's going on at the moment. I don't like Simon Baz. Jessica Cruz, I don't know if it's just because like they don't feel like Green Lanterns. Like you read Hal Jordan, you read Jon Stewart, Guy Gardner, Kyle Rayner, and the fearlessness, the absolute willpower shines through. You know, they are not afraid of anything. And like doesn't matter who they come up against, they will fight them. And then you have Jessica Cruz, who's afraid of her own shadow. Obviously, she's growing. Like she's the whole point is her growing and learning to not be afraid and to become like overcome fear. And then Simon Baz, you know, I'm just because I spent too much time in the military and I have some like subconscious racism against Turkish people or something. But you know, I don't know. I don't like Simon Baz and the way he carries a gun. His outfit pisses me off. You take that back, Chris Mitchell, because we all know that powering is terrible. Although Batman as a Green Lantern was pretty sick. If I can find it. Maybe not at all. He was pretty awesome as the Dawnbreaker. I don't know what his constructs are made of, but they were just murder. He just killed everybody. Yeah, the Sinestro Corps War and Blackest Night were on another level. Actually, one of the books I was considering for a 200 subscriber giveaway was this Blackest Night 1 in 250 variant, the Ivan Rice cover. I have 2 of these, and Blackest Night was such a cool run. I feel like I read a lot of books, and like Harry Potter and all that kind of stuff really stuck with me, and the way that it makes you feel, where you just can't put it down, was the same way that Blackest Night was for me. Like that whole Geoff Johns run was just so dynamic and fantastic. And I don't know, you kept wanting to read the next one and find out what was going to happen. It was so cool. And I feel like anyone that reads the Sinestro Corps War, the Green Lantern Corps War, like any of that stuff, you get hooked, and you easily find yourself being a big Green Lantern fan. So I think I came in to Green Lantern at the right time. I know a lot of people, being from the Kyle Rayner era, it kind of died down. Chris, you're dead to me. I don't care. I don't like Batman, so Batman as a Green Lantern, although he was the best of the Dark Knights or the metal guys. The boy who lived, the boy who had 7. Wow. Interesting. That just hit me. It's still really hard to say, though. You should totally change. You've got 7 kids? What the hell? You have a whole basketball team plus substitutes. That's insane. What are you even doing collecting comics? Don't you have like food to prepare, or like, I don't know. I have 2 kids, and what? I'm impressed. Anyone that, are you like Mormon? What are you doing? College funds. 7. I don't even know what that's like. Did you have like more than one accidentally at one time? You are Mormon. Well, then I kind of feel bad for making that joke, but you know, we all know that like somehow Mormon families seem to have a lot of kids. But that's awesome, man. That's going to be some lineage, because then your 7 kids are going to have like 1 million kids, and you're going to be grandpa, the boy who had 7 Talks comic books, and they're all going to love you, hopefully. And hopefully you can share the comic book love. I agree. Ethan Van Sciver is my favorite Green Lantern artist, probably. Although I do have to give Doug draws Sinestro the best. Look at him. Look at that face, the intensity, and the pencil mustache. Look into those eyes. Wait, let me get the dot. Hey, what's up, Bubs Comics? We've been here for an hour and 30 minutes right now. I'm kind of blown away. I should probably end this. Well, okay, we'll give it 5 more minutes. We'll give it to the 8:30 mark. I mean, if anyone, I feel like I wish I had my other table so I could have all the books that I've already shown on display. So that way, when people just randomly show up, they can see them without having to be like, hey, what was the Holy Grail? So, Bubs, if you haven't seen it, this was the Holy Grail. Without the glare. And, you know, I don't feel bad at all. If you watch, whoever watches this video as a replay, obviously probably won't watch an hour and 30 minutes. But they're going to see this book, like, all the time. So I wasn't sad, because I got this at a good price, at least what I think is a fair price for this book. He was asking about $4,200, and no, that's wrong. That's wrong. He was asking $3,800. Darth, once I move into my new apartment, I will get new lights, a better trash can. That's my bed couch. This apartment sucks. Don't worry. I'm getting all my stuff from Florida. It'll look much nicer. I'll have a good setup. $3,800, buy it now. And I started offering it like $3,000, because obviously that like would have been perfect for me. That got denied immediately. So like I kept building it up, and he eventually accepted at $3,500. The other option, if he said no to this, and I didn't get it, I wanted it because I wanted a 4.0 at a minimum, and I wanted off-white pages to be like a full upgrade. I didn't want to just get a 4.0 but keep the page quality as a cream to off-white from this guy, even though this presents better. 3.0 with cream to off-white pages. $3,500 for this book. Unfortunately, there was no eBay coupon or eBay Bucks deals that I got. Fine. That trash will be in all of my videos. Promise. But the other option, if you guys really want a good copy of Showcase 22 right now, there is a 3.5, and you're willing to just drop the money for it. 3.5 on mycomicshop.com with off-white to white pages, which is super rare. You rarely ever see off-white to white pages. And it's $2,700. If you buy that same book is on eBay for $3,100. So if this hadn't been accepted, I would have gone to my comic shop and probably picked up that copy, because I imagine a 3.5, 3.0s are going for about $2,000 right now. So a 3.5 at $2,700 makes sense. That seems like a fair price. 4.0s, I would have liked to be closer to $3,200, but I know this book is slowly moving up. The last buy it now was at $4,000. And then there was the Heritage auction, which brought the GPA down at $2,900. But that Heritage auction can't really be counted, because at $2,900, the fees for Heritage are like 18%. So that would have immediately jumped it up anyway to $2,500. So, or 3,500, sorry. So I felt good about getting a 4.0 with off-white pages because those are a lot more difficult. Chris, Jesus Christ, man. Sorry, excuse my language. I'm going to punch you in the cooter, the comic book cooter. So yeah, but I if you've seen a lot of Showcase 22s, they fluctuate in color. It seems like the ones that were pressed or printed early kind of had that darker green, that brighter dark green, and this one still has that dark green, which I really like. And then it slowly kind of fades into I don't know. There's like puke green ones, and then the 3.5 that's on my comic shop kind of has like a bright but light green, which I don't like as much as the darker forest green. But the potential goal of this is to maybe, I don't know. I don't know if I will. I have to really consider it. Getting this signed by Joe Giella at Denver Comic-Con this year, which would mean I'd have to break this open and potentially risk a lower grade, potentially risk a difference in page color, or I'll just get Showcase 23, 24, and maybe my Green Lantern #7 signed by Joe Giella. Is it Giella? Giella? Can someone clarify that? Does anybody know? Who, by the way, is now the oldest living Green Lantern, oh no, the oldest living Batman artist. And I'm sure he's also the oldest living Green Lantern artist, but I think that people just cared about the Batman part. Send it to PGX. I can't do that. I mean, obviously it's staying in my collection. I don't plan on having it go anywhere, but if by chance, my kids needed money real quick for drugs or whatever the kids buy these days, having a CGC copy is definitely going to probably be the way to go. All right, man. Hey, thanks for being here, CB7 Comics. I appreciate it. You have a good night as well. And actually, on that note, I think we should all. I mean, it's 8:30, and I'm 30 years old, so that's bedtime, right? But hey, an hour and 40 minutes. Oh my God, what is going on? I really appreciate you guys all hanging out and watching this video and being here with me for this Holy Grail unboxing. I'm definitely going to have to post some links in the description below for everybody that stayed, and so everybody can sub to each other. I don't have any Green Lantern jammies. I do have some Justice League jammies though, Chris. So, but they're not going on tonight. See you later, Marco. Thanks for hanging out. I appreciate it. Everybody who was here. Again, thank you for supporting this channel and for hanging out. And make sure you guys take a look at everybody in the comments and sub each other up. Save those for that's what the Sideshow Collectibles is for. I'm saving that for the ladies. They're going to be so impressed with the 25-inch Sinestro. I'm going to buy it. I'll do an hour and 40-minute haul video on that. Seriously, though, you should go look it up. It's huge and absolutely ridiculous. All right. But on that note, good night, YouTube comic family. I'm Asian, bro. I need a big truck. And I need a big Sinestro statue to compensate for, my little Asian stereotype, you jerk. Anyway, guys, I'm going to end it right now. See you later.